Coogan Cassius, IFL TV, here in Braehead for He Who Dares. With me I've got promoter Dave Coldwell. First of all, disappointing night for Curtis Woodhouse.
Yeah, really disappointing. I mean, I'm absolutely gutted. As low as I can feel, actually, to be honest.
He wanted to see whether he could take it to the next level, to see how far he could go. He said in my interview earlier on that he thinks he's found his answer, so is that quite self-explanatory into what he'll do next?
Listen, I hope to God he retires 100%. You know, I want him to retire after he won the British title. I felt it was mission accomplished, but then I understand why he wanted to carry on, because you become British champion. Can you become a British and Commonwealth champion? That's why I said before this fight, for him to become a British and Commonwealth champion would be massive, would be unbelievable. You know, and will ever beat him? And he did become British and Commonwealth champion, and it just, there's no point in carrying on for me. To carry on for what? To try and win back what he's already won before? Try and win his British title back? What's the point? You become British champion. You look at who's in front of him in Q&A. You've got Tyrone Nurse, you've got Bradley Saunders, you've got people like that. So it's likely that he's going to win his British title back. It's a very, very tough ask. And the thing is, it's not like he's a kid that doesn't get hit. He gets hit in his fights. In every fight he's ever had. He's fought right from the beginning. He's had real fights. Journeyman. You know, Peter Dunn and Duncan Cottier and proper solid journeymen like that in his early career, they came to try and nick a win because they think Curtis went out for football that far. So they don't just tuck up and fiddle their way through like they do with good amateur prospects. Curtis has had real fights all the way through his career. So even though he's only had 20 odd fights, there have been 20 odd real fights, and he's getting it in every one of them. And you know, I'm starting to see now shots fights where he's getting it and it's registering, you know, and he's getting it in fights, and I don't want to see that, and there's no need to see that, and yeah, I just think it's just a long way back for him, and I don't think he'll have desire to come all the way back again. It's kind of like a bottom of the queue again. It's a long way back, and does he get motivated for an 8-rounder on an undercard just to get a win? No, I don't think so, because he's got to put the effort. What you have to remember is with Curtis, because of his football background, in his training sessions he has to give it maximum effort, and his mind, his body, everything into it, in order to get to a level that's seen him become a British champion. You know, some kids are talented and come in and just half-arsed and fiddle their way through training and still become champions because they're that talented. Curtis isn't like that. So is he going to be that motivated to keep training in 8-rounders? No. So there's nothing there for him, I don't think.
But credit to Willie Lemon tonight.
He boxed brilliant. He boxed brilliant. He boxed really, really well, and he boxed like Curtis did against Darren Hamilton. You know, when you know it's your chance, it's your final chance. This is what it's all about. He's failed in his British title attempts before. This is my last chance. I'm giving it everything. And he boxed like that, and he fought brilliant. He boxed a real great fight. He took away Curtis's right hand. I don't think Curtis landed a clean right hand on him all night. There was some scuffing right hands and ones where he just rode. He never landed a clean right hand. Willie took that away with his feet. You know, and his ring generalship, he boxed really, really well.
And a word on Ricky Burns, obviously someone you know very well. You've been in his corner before, and disappointing night for Ricky.
I'm gutted for Ricky. But again, I mean, to be honest, I didn't. When I have a kid get beat, my mind's not really on rest assured, and I shouldn't be like that, I suppose. But you know, I was sat there and I'm half watching it and half not, so I can't tell you whether what score was or anything. But every time I looked up, Ricky was getting tagged, and he was getting hurt a few times. And the kid is a dangerous kid that he fought. It was a very tough fight coming back, but you know, it's probably about 4 or 5 fights on trot now where Ricky's not really shone. But what you've got to remember is Ricky Burns, if you look at Ricky Burns' story, he's a similar sort of kid where he's had losses on his record coming through, and for me, he overachieved becoming a world champion. You know, everyone was surprised when Ricky Burns became a world champion. He became a 2-time world champion. He's another one, a fantastic career. you know. And now is it a flat spot? And is it a flat spot, or is it just a case of the level that he's boxing at now? These last few fighters have been good fighters, better than what he used to fight before. You know, you can't compare some of the fighters he's fighting now to those sort of guys. And he's struggling, but he's stepped up the levels. And is it just a case of the level that Ricky Burns was what he was, you know, beforehand? And he's got to see what he wants to do. There's some great domestic fights there for him, but does he want to step down to domestic? I don't know. I don't know Ricky well enough for that, and that's only something that he can decide. But if he wants to go domestic and just, you know, have some big fights here in big arenas, then there is some big fights from here. You know, people like Crawler, you know, Gary Matthews, people like that. You know, good domestic fights, still exciting fights that everybody talks about. But he's got to, if he's going to carry on, and if he's got ambitions of becoming a world champion again, is another one. He's got to climb that mountain again. And does he have the motivation for that now? Can it be asked for it now? I don't know. You know?
All right, Dave. Listen, thanks for talking to IFL TV.
Can I just say what I will say is, as far as Curtis is concerned, it's been an absolute pleasure. And it's been a hell of a ride. The ups, the downs. You know, it's been brilliant. When he won the English title, that was his world title, and that was where we proved, you know, that he made the right decision coming from football to boxing. So then for him to become British champion was just phenomenal. So for me, you know, it's the best story I've ever been involved in boxing. It'll be the best story I ever get to be lucky enough to be involved in boxing. You know, it's unique, and it's been a pleasure, and it's been a privilege to be his manager and his promoter and his friend. I just like to, you know, just when I said that.
No worries. All right, Dave. Thanks for talking to us, mate. All right.